Hi guys, I'm Maddie,
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Chase.
and today we're going to be talking to you about mental health in medical school.
Let's get to it. So, obviously, med school is a stressful time. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. So, you have to do things to keep your stress levels down. So, today we decided to take an impromptu mini trip to one of our, what is this, a local state forest?
It's a metro park.
A metro park?
So the metro park's only like 30 minutes away from our house, so it's super convenient, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So when you get here, it really feels like you've gotten away from the city, which is so nice.
So obviously, med school has a lot of rigor to it. So we study day in and day out. So when we're just staring at books or staring at a computer screen all day, that can get really tiresome and
discouraging.
Yeah, very discouraging, especially when the first 2 years are just nothing but staring at a computer screen.
Yeah, there's no variety, so it gets frustrating for sure.
So we try to do things that ease our stress by, one of our favorite things is hiking. Obviously, I mean, we're in nature right now.
But just getting out of the house, making sure you're getting fresh air, some sunshine, even though there's not much sun today. Even though it is cold, it's just so nice to be able to see some trees and some greenery and versus the four walls of our house.
Yeah. So one of our first tips is just get out and breathe fresh air, not AC or heated air.
Yeah, for sure.
So most med schools have special departments within them that are designed to take student life into account and reduce stress with activities and things like that. Ours is called the AEC, which is the Academic Enrichment Center. And they put on like workshops to teach students how to manage stress and strategies to deal with med school. And one of the things that they taught us was to do things that you enjoy. So whatever that is, like for us it's hiking, that may be
painting, it may be playing an instrument. For us, we also like to watch TV, which is something that we can do every day, but every once in a while getting out into nature and just really making sure you're doing something you enjoy and having something to look forward to is so important.
Right. So make sure that you take advantage of whatever your school has to offer. Because, I mean, they are paid to make your life easier.
Yeah, that's the only reason they're there is for you, so take advantage of it. So another thing that we do while we're on these walks is making sure that we're not on our phones. We have no technology. Obviously right now we're filming, but other than that, like, we're not going to look at our phones. We're not going to be doing whatever. So it's just really nice to take a break and just kind of be, not having to worry about any external distractions and just like be with each other.
Yeah. Another thing that med school has is there's so much information. You'll hear this time in and time out, but there's no way for any one person to know everything. And that is stressful, thinking that you have an exam coming up, like you have a repro exam coming up, you need to know everything about repro. That's just not possible. So knowing that your mind has a limitation and knowing that everybody has those limitations and not comparing yourself to others to such a strong level, I think will reduce your anxiety and your stress levels.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to learn it all, so make sure you do like set those limits. Like say, okay, at 9 o'clock I'm done studying for the night. Like that extra hour or two, you're going to be better off relaxing, you're going to be better off going to bed, calling your friends and family, or saying, okay, on Thursday morning we're going to the metro park and we're not doing anything all morning. I know that sounds stressful to have to be away from the books for 4 hours, but believe me, your mental health is so much better after you get done with that your studying will be helped for sure.
So building off what Maddie just said, having a schedule, I think definitely has been really beneficial for both of us. We don't necessarily schedule our days out to the hour, but for me at least, I make a checklist every day and I make sure I get through that checklist. And if I don't, I make sure I get to it the next day. So I have goals that I set, and once I achieve those goals, I can either just be done studying or I can do extra. So that's how I make sure I get what I need to be done, and then if I want to do something more, I can.
Yeah, I do basically the same thing. A lot of times if I do something extra, it'll be practice problems because those are a lot less binding. So like Chase makes fun of me because I always do my like when I'm casually doing questions, I'll do them in 10 question increments. And so that way that takes me like 30-40 minutes. It's super relaxed and I go through it, I review it, and then I take a break. And so it's not overwhelming, and I can pretty much squeeze it in anytime. So obviously Chase and I spend a ton of time together because we're engaged and we live together and we're on the same schedule, but most people in our class have a buddy. And luckily my buddy's built into my life, but some people had to meet their buddy at med school. Some people's buddies are their fiancés who aren't in medicine, and your buddy is basically just to hold you accountable. They're somebody that you can relate to, talk to, do things with, and so like I said, most people in our class have that person. They'll study together, they'll go out to eat together, they go on hikes together, and it's really important to have that mental and emotional support.
One piece of advice that I've received from upperclassmen or residents or even physicians is that they wish that they didn't dedicate the amount of time that they did towards school. They recognize that education is a long process, and they've looked up and realized that 4 or 8 years have just disappeared. And they wish that they didn't necessarily spend the amount of time that they did looking at a book. Make sure that you spend time with your buddy or your family or your friends, and just appreciate the time that you can spend with them rather than spending time looking at a book.
Yeah, that's something that I'm kind of thankful for COVID, is that I have been able to go home more. I've been able to see my family more, and so this last year hasn't felt as bad because I do get to spend it with my family, and so I don't feel as much like my life is wasting away looking at a book. I do try to see my family probably more than I should, but I'm just enjoying it because I know 3rd and 4th year are coming and I'm going to be super busy soon, so I'm just kind of soaking it in.
Right. I mean, there's that really cliche, statement that on your tombstone, what do you want it to say? And I don't think most people say that they want to spend time staring at a medical book.
Yeah, if I get a couple step points lower, I'm fine with that if it means that I got to spend time with my brother, my mom, and my dad while they're still happy and healthy. So if you liked videos like these, please like and subscribe to our channel. It really supports us. And leave a comment down below if you have any other questions. But if not, we will see you next time.